All right, happy Tuesday night, everybody. Welcome into the daily broadcast. Glad you're out there this evening joining us in the Arctic Air Studios. Man, every time you think fall is just settling in, then you get a day like today. Had to turn the AC back on, didn't you? Hopefully it's doing good. If not, you know what to do. Call the bear, callthebear.com. If you know somebody who's looking for a great career in the HVAC industry, you need to tell them to call the bear. Awesome people, a great company, everything you can imagine for a career. They've got it for you guys at Arctic Air. So let them know and let your friends know that they got that. What do we got tonight? Well, we got a little tag football, a lot of tag football, getting ready for the Cincinnati's coming up this weekend. Everybody's worried about that start time at Arizona. I'm like, Cincinnati coming in, doing that thing. Tuesday's best. We talk movies tonight, specifically Harrison Ford movies. Best Harrison Ford movies, not Star Wars or Indiana Jones. You can't use any Star Wars or Indiana Jones movie on that. And then little NFL tonight, Kliff Kingsbury, congratulations. You have the exact right job 10 years later. This is where Kliff is where he should have been 10 years ago as a football coach, doing what he's doing right now in Washington. They weren't kicking field goals last night. They were kicking butt. They were having a good night. So, all that stuff tonight on the daily broadcast, whatever's on your mind, we want to hear from you. We'll go as long as the conversation is good. In three, in two. Good evening, West Texans, all you good, fine, friendly folks out there who wish you were. I'm Ryan Hyatt, TheRaiderland.com. Started your day on the website. I know you did. You checked out the early edition of Hot Links. I figure if we like it, you'll like it. We put stuff out there. And then you found out, hey, what's Tuesday's best this week? We're talking Harrison Ford movies. The best two Harrison Ford movies, not Indiana Jones or Star Wars. Texas Tech football tonight. I give you this question. You can go anywhere you want to. Your favorite Texas Tech football traditions. Football only, football traditions. You know, what is that? And then anything else that's on your mind, we'll get to as we go through. We are brought to you by Lifts West Hotel and Condominium in Red River, New Mexico. Such a great time to go. Oktoberfest. Got cool stuff coming up. The fun never stops, and it's a great time to go up there and hang out at Lifts West right in the middle of town, and then call up my man Jeff Fagan, go do some fly fishing with him, drop on by the brewery. It's all good right now in Red River, but you start by calling up Billy Hurst, Bill, Mr. Hurst, at Lifts West Hotel Condominium in the middle of downtown. I still kind of crack up saying downtown Red River, but yeah, I get it. Also by the Shropshire Agency. Now, you know they're independent. You know they're like you in West Texas. But you probably don't know they're offering a new product line that's really cool. It goes beyond insurance. It's what we call home and all vehicle protection plans. Look at that right there. See, check that out. Go to the website. Now, immensely affordable. And as you see, you know, some of your deductibles go up and you know what you're paying, you might want to look at something that does a little bit more. I invite you to go check it out on their website, the Shropshire Agency, home and vehicle, all vehicle protection plans, immensely affordable. Just go look at it. See if it's something that works for you and your family. ShropshireInsurance.com, Shropshire Agency. You know them, you love them. Give it a look. It's I was talking to Jeff today about it, and I was like, okay, this is really interesting here, and it's moderately new in the marketplace. Moderately new in the marketplace. Could be exactly right for you and your family, your home, your autos. All right, let's get it going tonight. Texas Tech football, thoughts, comments, everything else. Two best non-Star Wars or Indiana Jones movies for Harrison Ford. Kliff Kingsbury, NFL. By the way, two NFL Monday night games, one too many. My brain can only handle one at a time. Craig says the talking box is on. He's getting in tonight and says, let's see. Kliff is an offensive version of Wade Phillips. We don't know that to be true today, right now. You can't really say that for another 10 years on Kingsbury until he has another chance, and he'll get another chance. Mark my word, At some point, somebody's going to hire him to be a head coach again because that's what the NFL does. And he'll have success as a coordinator. They'll go, now he's ready. Just like who? Wade Phillips. Yeah. Let's see, CJ on Facebook. By the way, all the communication brought to you by United Supermarkets and Market Street, the supermarket that takes care of Texas Tech, unlike others. And then all the Western wear, including this beauty. I like this one. We got the little planariums and whatever swimming around on there. Oh, Paisley's, I'm sorry. One money, 7 mile outside the West Loop on 19th Street. Call Cody, tell him we said hey. Then drive out there and go get you some boots and stuff. We'll see. Kliff is not there yet because, quite frankly, he hasn't proven that he's a great coordinator yet. He's having a nice little start here. He hadn't proven that he is the Wade Phillips of coordinators to coaches, or North Turner, or how many other great coordinators over the years. Good hot links today. Thank you for checking them out. They're at theraiderland.com. We have a lot of fun putting them together, finding cool stuff that we think you're going to like. Jared on Facebook, any news on when the Red Black Series will take place? Talking Tech baseball, I assume. I think that will go maybe in 2 weeks. I thought I saw something on that. No. That was softball or something else that was doing their fall schedule. So my guess would be, where are we right now? Yeah, I would think within the next 2 weeks that they're going to do it. And hey, knock yourself out. If you love going out there and watching it, do all that stuff. It's cool. You know, I don't put any value on anything really that comes out of the Red Black Series in Tech baseball. Call me when they get there. Sorry, I just don't. Triple C is on the old YouTube channel. Are you excited for Paul Wall and Slim Thug at Raider Alley? I don't even know who they are. For the most part, Raider Alley doesn't intrigue me, and that's okay. I ain't the target audience. Knock yourself out, kids. Jared is on Facebook. Harrison Ford movies. We're talking Tuesday's best. Harrison Ford, your two favorite non-Star Wars or Indiana Jones movies. Going with The Fugitive and Patriot Games. I figured The Fugitive would be in there. Patriot Games, didn't know. Somebody go with that or not. That's a good one. I've got, how many I got down here? Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different ones that I would put in there on that. Craig, Harrison Ford grading K-19 Widowmaker in the movie Witness. Was Witness the one where they're like Amish or something? Who was the hot chick in that movie? The hot Amish chick. Didn't think I'd say that today on the bingo card. Yeah, totally didn't think I'd be saying that on the bingo card today on a hot Amish chicks. K-19 on my list. He does a horrible job trying to do like a Russian accent or something or whatever. We think it's going to be a Russian accent. Really good movie if you've never seen it. Submarine movies freak me out. All submarine movies freak me out. They're great. And you know what's going to happen in every submarine movie? Somebody going to die in the sub. And his buddy's going to have to turn that wheel, seal that bulkhead, all the while knowing they're consigning their friend to death. Every single submarine movie, Run Silent, Run Deep. Recommend. I say I got close with my, again, 37-24 pick. Not bad. Also, they are wearing your favorite uniforms Saturday night. I don't think they are. James, what lies beneath in The Fugitive? What lies beneath? I forgot about. Who was the female in that? Blonde. Who was that? CJ on Harrison Ford. Okay, are we going to allow Yellowstone as a movie or as a TV series? What is that? It's a mini series either way. I've seen one episode of 1823, not because I didn't like it, or I just hadn't got around to watching the rest of it. I still think 1883 is the best of it all. Kelly McGillis was in the movie we were talking about earlier. Okay. Is that right? Yeah. We sure? Kelly McGillis from like Top Gun was also a hot Amish chick. What a great country. Freaking great country. Jared, I don't put any value on the Red Black series. I just look forward to getting out of school early and spending a couple of hours at the ballpark on a beautiful autumn evening. I respect that. Make it happen. Go tailgate, get some buddies together, go tailgate. All that good stuff. Why not? Craig, talking about Harrison Ford, best movies not involving Star Wars or Indiana Jones. We named the dog Indiana. I just like that dog. You're named after the dog? Regarding Henry, that was the one with the two brothers, right? Like he was really rich and then Henry was kind of stupid or something. Chris, Harrison Ford is the best. Jack Ryan off of YouTube tonight. Blade Runner and Air Force One. All right. Air Force One, rock solid. Blade Runner, good. It was good. Air Force One, though, he got the lines, right? Get off of my plane. I mean, we can all picture Joe Biden right now tonight on Air Force One. Get off my plane. I have a plane? Oh, now James is saying, well, we'll go back a little bit. Let's go back here. Hold on. Got to go back a little bit. I know all black is not your favorite. That's the joke. Okay, yeah. Yeah, they were an all black night game. Not a big fan of the all black. Sorry, I had PTSD from the Jerry Moore years with too much black in the uniform. It happens. Michelle Pfeiffer, that white gold. Michelle Pfeiffer in Witness, or what? What are we arguing here with hot blonde actresses? Be more specific. I'm gonna tell you guys this right now. This is what Rush Limbaugh used to call a little collar symposium that I teach you guys how to post. Be incredibly specific when referring to anything. Don't just immediately type in or text in on your phone something, because it's gone and the host, nobody else knows what the hell you're saying. Michelle Pfeiffer. Hell yeah. What are we talking about? Don't know. Don't know. When you chime in on a show, not just this show, not just my show, which is, of course, is brought to you by Arctic Air and the Shropshire Agency and Lifts West and Red River and Boot City and Lubbock and United Supermarkets, be incredibly specific with what you say and how you say it. That gives you a much better chance, unless somebody's Ron Burgundying the thing, and I'm Ron Burgundying the thing right now. Of getting your stuff read. I got a freaking fly or something here, a gnat. All right, what do we get? Also saw McAlpin yesterday. Said he's got a check he needs to send you. That's hilarious. Well, I'm glad you went and saw Kevin McAlpin, the official chiropractor of Raiderland. When your back's out of whack, don't call a quack. You call Kevin freaking Mack. He can send me all the checks he wants, dude. Great West Texan. Release the hounds. I believe they were. I see them outside the window now. There's consternation going on out there. I don't know what's happening. Chris, Kamala, word salad about the plane. Yeah, that'd be good. Jared, another 2 Harrison Ford movies. Force 10 from Navarone in 42. 42, okay. Force 10 from Navarone in the 70s. Got lost in the shuffle of Star Wars. It's a great World War II movie. Fantastic. Thank you for bringing up Force 10 from Navarone. And also, if you were a kid in the 70s, you could buy The Mountain play set with all the action figures. It was great. You got the Force 10 from Navarone Mountain. It had about 4 levels, cannons and all sorts of crap. You had the Krauts, you had the Americans, you had everything going on. It was really good. We incorporated it right into the other 1,000 Army men we had and everything else, and built it up. It was great. David Collier is a sports director in Lubbock, Texas for the ABC affiliate known as KAMC Television, KMAC, an ABC affiliate. Let me make this clear. The Fugitive is a Tommy Lee Jones movie, not a Harrison Ford movie. He also has a radio show if you want to text in tomorrow. So James comes back and says, Pfeiffer is in What Lies Beneath. Okay, was that the one where they killed the chick or somebody died and whatever, and she's under the water and all of a sudden she floats to the top and it scares the bejesus out of you? Is that the What Lies Beneath movie? I vaguely remember this. I think I was dating my wife at the time, and it kind of freaked me out. Craig Ware on the Facebook, What Lies Beneath. And then Jared, my dogs are What Lies Beneath in my front porch. Michelle Pfeiffer, that's funny. All right, so we're getting thumbs up now. Rocking and rolling here. Glad you guys are out there with us tonight. Get your comments in. Thanks to United Supermarkets and Market Street. 2 best Harrison Ford movies. Not Star Wars, not Indiana Jones. What do you got for us tonight? We asked you your favorite Texas Tech football traditions, specific to Tech football. And then Kliff Kingsbury has the right job 10 years later. I think we all understand what we're talking about. Collier on Facebook. I think that's the people under the stairs. Yeah, totally different deal. Maybe you live in Muleshoe, and that happens on a regular basis, though. Kliff Kingsbury, this is the job he probably should have had about 2014. That at Texas A&M, he has a nice run with 3 NFL offensive linemen and Johnny Manziel. And instead of getting the Texas Tech job far too early, he stays at A&M, and he then goes to the NFL as an assistant, maybe a quarterback coach somewhere, and then he's an NFL offensive coordinator a year later. And who knows who it could have been with if he'd followed that path. Could have been with Bill Belichick. He could have been part of that tree going back 10 years ago. But this is 100% the job he should have had 10 years ago, as opposed to getting the Tech job far too early, far too few contacts in the coaching industry that he could just call up and build a great staff. Hated recruiting, still hates recruiting. I love it. People are saying, oh man, Kliff Kingsbury going to go down there to Florida. He's going to go to this college. He ain't going to go to college, people. And a college that hires him will lose. But this is the job that if he'd had 10 years ago, that maybe 5 years ago, he gets a job, a crappy job like Arizona or San Diego / LA Chargers, where another Red Raider failed at that job because your ownership is horrible, that it might have been completely different. So the good thing here is that Kliff is young. He's still very young. He didn't kill his coaching arc, and he got to be a head coach. And you take those jobs when they offer the job. I don't blame you. You don't turn it down. When they offer you the job, you take it. But we're seeing right now, Kliff without head coaching responsibility, Kliff without recruiting, Kliff without anything other than dialing up freaking plays. Hold on, it's 3rd down? Oh, I had no idea. I was just doing this stuff over here. And well, yeah, we should probably go. He's got the right job at the right time. I think he's got a good quarterback at 2 different colleges, a good quarterback now in the NFL, that things are going to line up. Hey, Kliff, keep the job for a little while. You know? The fake Natalie Maines, I saw Kliff at the Love Field after he interviewed for the UH job. He was with his model girlfriend. That guy is a baller. Which one, I would ask. Ryan on Facebook, Kliff, having the right quarterback goes a long way towards having a good job. Kyler Murray just had himself a weekend the last 2 weeks. Called a hell of a game, says James last night. CJ, favorite tradition, tech football specific. Raider power with the crowd. Feels great as a fan. 100%. I think that is, if not singularly unique to tech, it goes back into the 1960s. So tech's done it long enough that other places that do a similar back and forth chant, that's a tech chant. And there's nothing better than it. But what you have to do to have that happen, you got to tell the people running the scoreboard and all the marketing crap to get out of the way and let the cheerleaders lead cheers. You have to throw away the script, the game script. Everything is scripted during the game, as you guys know, from a media standpoint. On that jumbotron, on that deal, they have it down to the second. We'll do this. They got 3 people on headsets. All right, tell the band we're going to be done in this. Then the band can play for 13 and a half seconds. All right, in 3, 2, 1, band go. All right, tell band cut, and let's go to scoreboard. Let's go to the shell game, and you get a free car wash. And okay, to do Raider Power demands that you allow it to be organic and driven by the people who lead cheers, i.e., the cheerleaders. And they hate that because that didn't make any money. Randy Collier likes the tortillas. It's a great tech tradition. Let them fly. Hate the tortillas. I even hate the tacos. I mean, apparently the other night you guys were throwing tacos. Craig Ware, Working Girl with Melanie Griffith. That was probably peak Melanie Griffith, right? For like 30 minutes. Harrison Ford, Melanie Griffith, Working Girl. What was the line? I've got a bod for sin or brain for biz. Babe, no. She was going out with Don Johnson at the time. Married, maybe. Miami Vice. Google it. Look it up. He's a young Nord Turner. Ain't nothing wrong with being a young Nord Turner. 100%. Nothing wrong with being a young Norv Turner. We're talking about Harrison Ford as Norv Turner in Force 10 from Navarone. What do we not have? One of the greatest American movies of all time has not been mentioned. And then 2 others in the 90s that were moderately funny and good. Okay, one of them's really good, and then one of them's just slapstick funny, and the dude needed some money and did that. Washington has a normal owner now. Yes, they do. You get your comments in on the comment line. Thanks to United Supermarkets. Where the hell are my Twitter people, my ex people? Not my ex people, but my Twitter people. We have huge numbers on Twitter. I don't know if anything weird's going on the communication on that. I'm going to look into it. Usually, though, we get a couple tonight. Tuesday's best Harrison Ford movies, minus the Star Wars and the Indiana Jones trilogy. Trilogy? 4? Well, I guess 4 now. Yeah, kind of crappy. Your favorite best tech football tradition? What is that? It's kind of Tuesday, and we're kind of working our way in. We could talk about Josh Kelly on the questionable list, and we could talk about this and that for Cincinnati. But really, we got Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to get to that. So kind of like we need to take a breath on Tuesday, dissect the last little bit of the weekend, kind of give you guys a chance. Although I've had a lot of people asking me today about Kelly, and I'm like, I think what we're seeing on the injury list so far is through the first 4 games. On the questionable side, most guys have played other than Taj Brooks when we talk about big names, and we all knew he wasn't going to play. So it's hard to divine exactly where we are. Come on. I got 3 movies, 2 in the 90s and another one that you guys have completely left out. And maybe it's because he wasn't the complete 100% star in the movie. but it is a great movie. And then Texas Tech football traditions. I still am a sucker for the saddle tramps, bell circle, pre-kickoff, pre-horse trotting out onto the field, loping, more of almost a canter. We're in between a trot lope canter now with Centennial. But the saddle tramps, bell circle has always been one of my favorite things. They almost always do it right. But that, and again, goes back into the 1950s, 60s. Here's to the tramps. Here's to the bells. We talk about the entrance with the horse. We've done that a lot over the years. So, recently and everything else. So that's fine. Make sure I'm not missing any comments here. Get into this thing, and all of a sudden it gets weird. There we go. Finally. Too many people take a job instead of the right job. Hey, that's not just sports. That's life in general. Did the Tech job help mold him to get to the NFL? Not a bit. Nothing about what transpired at Tech made him more attractive in the NFL. Well, what do you mean? He got the Arizona job. No, he got the Arizona job because of Sean McVay. Bottom line, he got that because of Sean McVay. Favorite Tech tradition? Losing night games at home. Yeah. Well, they used to not do that. They've done it for a little while, and we'll see. Not a long-term tradition. Damon, like those damned land thieves at Oklahoma State stealing all of our stuff. Learfield takes over every aspect of the football experience. They even control what Raider Red does. They have a huge impact on it, and they pay Tech about $35 million a year. So, what do you want to do? There we go, my man. Look at that. Look at that. Right there. That man, Chris Carpenter, coming in with an epic movie from the early 1970s. A star vehicle, not just for Harrison Ford. That's right. But also for little Richie Cunningham. Richie, that's right. American Graffiti. Great movie. Beautiful. What in Tombstone? It was a movie where Ford lost his memory, says James. Oddly enough, I can't remember. Oh, and finally, we have one more. Collier figured out one of the ones from the 90s that hadn't been mentioned. There he goes. David Collier, Kamek 28 sports director. Sabrina, Cowboys and Aliens. I don't think I've ever seen Cowboys and Aliens. Sabrina, my wife, she loves that movie, so I've seen it about 1,000,000 times. Jared, I like the tradition of the football games, bringing out national championship winning teams, meet judging cross country track and field. Amen. Do more of that. That's good. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, hold on. See, I'm trying to bring your comments up so everybody can see them, and I'm screwing up everything on the sidebar here. Not real easy. Not real easy to do. Mahomes setting the league on fire helped Kliff get the Arizona job too. Well, yeah, but it really wasn't happening that quickly. It was Sean McVay. Kliff gets that job after he leaves Texas Tech, and Mahomes really wasn't going all that crazy at that point. Not enough. Let's see. David Collier is on Facebook. I miss long lost traditions like the roof raider and the scoreboard guy. The scoreboard guy was the guy who used to talk about scores. The roof raider, what we commonly called in the early 90s, the Letterman's Lounge Lizard, would stand on the north end zone roof of the Letterman's Lounge, waving back and forth, a black flag for defense, a red flag for offense. It was created by a guy named Dick Wagner. The first ever marketing director at Texas Tech in the early 90s. 90, 91, 92, right in through there. He also came up with weekly slogans that they made bumper stickers for that made no sense whatsoever on anything. But they created the Letterman's Lounge Lizard. The first one to do it was a former Tech cheerleader by the name of Mitch Bradshaw, who they gave him a cape and a hat basically, and he got the job. He was a big, strong dude, and those were big flags. And that roof was catching hell with wind, and it was dangerous as crap up there. And they did it for like a year or two, and then they were like, "Yeah, we can't afford the insurance on that." Here's to the Letterman's Lounge Lizard. I've unmasked you, Mitch. And the guy who just does the scores, I mean, I don't understand it. It's kind of redundant. You can show them on screen, and I mean, people are moderately literate. So, I don't know who does that now. I don't even know. Do they still do that? When you're in the press box, you can't hear a damn thing for the most part during the timeout. So I don't know if they're still doing it or not. I liked it when we would get during the timeouts in the 90s. Does anyone remember the fax machine? FAX, fax machine. I can't remember what it was called, but there was a score service, and schools would pay like $200 at the beginning of the year, and like they'd get every quarter they could dial in, and they would fax out the scores from around the country. This is early mid 90s, maybe even like 96, 97, before Wi-Fi, before, internet was hardwired. So nobody in the press box, was sitting there on their laptop or anything. So the only way we could get scores was some, slappy TV guy doing them during timeouts, or the score sheet or whatever it was that they would, the nice little young interns that worked for sports information department would walk up and down the press box and hand you the score sheet there at the end of every quarter and go, "Holy crap. Look at that. Look at what's going on at Ohio State and Purdue. Joe Tiller's having a day." All right, we're going overtime. We'll get through a couple of more not contacts, but a couple of more of your thoughts and go through the evening on that. Just for a game, let's find a sponsor and bring back the old Southwest Conference Clickers. Let the crickets of the world be heard. Thunder, Flash, third down clickers. I can't remember who sponsored those back in the day. I want to say maybe UMC did, and maybe one of the radio stations. Maybe Triple L. I don't know. These red with the little black thing in there. You click it on third down. You click it, and it did sound like a biblical plague of crickets. 100%. Rusty, we used to have a cannon too. The Spike Dykes era clickers were cool too. Someone would always show up to elementary school on Monday with them. Yeah, Tech used to lead the league in artillery in the Southwest Conference and in the Big 12. You had field pieces. You had an old cannon back in the 60s, and it went away in the late 60s. It was down on the field in the north end zone. Northeast end zone? It was before I was born, really, technically. And then they put field artillery encampments in around the stadium, in the stadium. In the first couple of years of the Big 12, the Big 8 teams coming in were like, what the hell is going on? It was great. So, yeah, bring back a cannon. Jan, great Red Raider fan. I got to be in the new Letterman's Lounge for the game Saturday. It's really nice. Indeed. That's what they tell us. Something else from the time of the Roof Raider is the clicker. Yeah, so one in my house. Wife has hidden it from you. Probably a good idea. Used to hand out rally towels at the gate going in. Yeah, the white towels in the 90s. I don't think they did that in the 2000s. Did those towels, sponsored towels and everything else. Pittsburgh had the terrible towel. It was a big thing in the 70s and in the 80s. And then Tech finally got on it and said, all right, People want a towel. We're going to give you a towel. Enjoyed the hell out of the show and the visit tonight. You guys are the best. Methodist Hospital. There you go. Methodist Hospital. Timbo says, clicker there. Yeah, Methodist Hospital. That sounds right. So you guys are the best. Tomorrow, underrated right. Wednesday, we'll get a little more into the on-the-field stuff with Tech football. I want you guys to check out the website tomorrow morning, theraiderland.com. If nothing else, go check out the hot links I put together for you. The best, freshest, hottest links around Raiderland. We'll have our thoughts on the day, question of the day, and everything else. So that's at theraiderland.com. After that, one thing I want you to do tonight, share this on Twitter, on YouTube, on Facebook. We'll post it at theraiderland.com. You can get it from there. You can put it out there. It'll be very cool, be wonderful, very cool, the coolest thing you'll see out there tonight. But just let your friends know what we're doing. We're different. Yeah. I think we have a lot of fun. I don't think we take ourselves too seriously. Hopefully you guys enjoy what we do. I try not to duplicate what other people are doing. What would be the point of doing that? I've been doing this now for 35 years, and I think I got a pretty good handle on kind of, how to have fun and do this stuff. So invite some friends in and let them know what's going on. What's going on? What's going on? Every night, 6:30 here on the daily broadcast, on the website, and our daily commentary, 60 seconds of Raiderland. Just a little something we hit you with around 11 o'clock in the morning. All right, got to shut it down. See you tomorrow.